Hey, my name is Felix and I'm from Nairobi, Kenya, shooting for Around the World video series by Cat. How am I dealing with the coronavirus? Well, statistically, the number is really low in my country. As everybody knows, Africa was among the last continents to get affected by this virus, and the numbers are really low. We don't know if they're really low because the infections are low, or because there are fewer tests and people are not willing to report and give information. That's the scariest part. At the moment in the country, we are around 25 infections, no deaths at the moment, and we hope it stays that way. I would really like to commend the government and the public health sector, the Ministry of Health, for really reaching out to people locally, like from these big cities to the small towns and villages, and really informing them of how to protect themselves. And right off the bat, you could see some major changes. Like in Kenya, the most common mode of transport is buses, or what we call matatus over here, and we could see the number of people who board at one political time would be around half, so you can give yourself some distance. And before you board any public transport, you would sanitize your hands, wash your hands, and the cars will be regularly sanitized and cleaned to maintain a high level of cleanliness, which is really good. I think that awareness itself is a major step for everybody, like for everyone, publicly, yourself, and everybody around you, which is a good thing. And I think if only we could keep those standards going forward, this virus, this pandemic will not spread as much as we hope it not to. So that's a big kudos to the government for doing that, and I hope they just speak the truth. At the moment, there is this big fear that the government is hiding numbers of the real potential casualties, if there are any, and the real numbers, the real figures of people who have been infected by COVID-19. But if they tell the truth, the number is really low, and we hope to contain it as it is. But these fears everywhere that the number could be way high. This virus has really changed life as you know it. Whatever we took for granted earlier, we can now really see how meaningful it was. Like going to hang out with friends, just walking around the estate, or just meeting up, or just going to work. That's no more at the moment. We can only hope that it stays like this for a short while, and this period will be over, will be much stronger. Yeah, that's the hope of everybody in the world. Looking at I'm always hooked up to news like every day, looking at what's going around the world, and I'm really scared for Europe and the way the numbers are going up, the US, and maybe China is recovering well. And I'm really scared if there's a full-on outbreak in Africa. I don't know what that number will look like, because the facilities over here, they're okay, but I don't know if they can handle such numbers in emergencies. We can only hope for the better. What does my pantry look like, and what's my go-to quarantine meal? At the moment, as I said, the country is not in full lockdown yet, but it's been just self-isolation, which has been added by the government. So at the moment, the grocery shops are still open. We can continue life as usual to some extent, but not to normalcy. So at the moment, like I haven't done so much like panic buying. Like the country has not done that, anything like that. You can still find grocery shops open, grocery stores, supermarkets are still open, but we keep the 1.5 meter distance or 2 meters distance when meeting in public places. So at the moment, my daily routine continues while I'm still at home with regard to getting food and all that. And I'm gonna show you my fridge in a moment. As you can see behind my shelf there, my cupboard is there kind of empty because I have not yet reached the point where I need to panic buying. Down, but not panicking buying, which is a good sign, I guess. And I'm watching the news, man. Like people are really clowns, right? Why do people like fighting in the supermarkets of toilet papers? Really? So in time during the pandemic, during maybe something like an Armageddon or the world's coming to an end, you're gonna buy toilet papers? Really? Don't even think about food? That's mind blowing to me. Over here, if anything like that would happen, we just go on buying more food, stock up food everywhere. But you know, everybody got their own preferences. Maybe when the food runs out, you're gonna eat the toilet papers. Maybe. How much eating do you think you're going to take during these 3, 4, even maybe a month? Yeah. I think people should change their approach to this issue and be sensible and be really, really considerate to other people. What are my thoughts on Donald Trump? Donald John Trump, okay? Okay, seriously, I think the guy has a tough job. First and foremost, I would like to respect him for being the ruler of the free world. He has a really tough job. You can ask Obama. And before he joined politics, he was a really likable guy. He was liked by many from both sides in America. Businessman, used to be like a celebrity. But once he got into politics, he became really a divisive figure. People like really hated him, some really liked him. I don't know. There must be something about politics over in the US. And another thing, Donald Trump, is he the same guy who said some countries in Africa were shithole countries? I'm Kenyan, baby, and I'm proud. Anyway, I don't know what this deal is about, but I guess that's the way he is. He's like a normal human being. Maybe he acts differently from most other people world. Probably because, I don't know, so much pressure in his life. Maybe, I don't know. But what I'm gonna say is you need to check out this Twitter feed. That's what I think about him. As a man thinks, so is he. So whatever you tweet is whatever is on your mind. So my thoughts on Donald Trump, check his Twitter feed. That's what he thinks, and that's what he is. Thank you. What's my favorite insult in my country? And there are hand gestures to show it. Well, as far as I can remember, growing up, there's this insult that whenever anyone told you that insult would really hurt you, it's like Kumako, Kumako, like Kumako, like I don't know. It says Kumako. Kumako is loosely translates to your mother's vagina. So that was a direct insult to you. And if anyone told you that, it really hurt, mostly when you're growing up, because I don't know, there was this love for mothers. If anybody insulted your mother, it was so personal and it could get out of hand. And of late, in my adult life, I think Kenya has become more Americanized or more Westernized, if you can say, because most of the insults were just mostly from the movies, from American culture, the universal middle finger and the FU, the F bombs, But besides that, there's nothing much. We are generally a kind of polite country, not so much insults going on, but when tempers fly, you never know what to expect from the person next to you, the person who's arguing, because yeah. How do we cheers in our country? So this right here, this is my country's favorite beer by many locals. It's known as Tusker. It's a stout beer. And when you cheers, just simply like cheers to your buddy, your friends, to more life. You cheers. And this is a funny rule. I don't know if it applies to other countries as well, but once you cheers, you're not allowed to put the glass or the bottle down. You have to take a sip, right? So that's how you cheers. I think it's common to more other countries. As I said earlier, we've taken so much we've borrowed so much culture from outside. Locally, I don't know of any traditions or how we cheers, but what I knew, like the local beer, individuals used to like share a long straw, traditionally made, into the same pot, and they used to drink from the same pot at the same time. This is mostly elderly men from the villages and all that. But nowadays, I don't think that still exists, or at least not in the cities. But yeah, so that's my time. Kat, thank you. I hope you consider some of my videos at least to show up in your videos. And stay savage, stay home, stay safe. It's your boy Felix Kims from Nairobi, Kenya. Cheers, bye.